they speak a different language than,
Wow.
let's say, an average Thai person, definitely in Bangkok. So
Yeah.
you have to learn this additional language. And so I spent those years learning the language. And so that when I sit and talk with them, I could speak like them. And the feedback and what I learned from the community became how we build a business model at Jasperry, because it was
Mm.
always important for me. Like I saw a lot of social entrepreneurs at the time, right? They would, let's say, go from Europe to Africa and they start something, but they didn't
Mhm.
speak the local language. They didn't understand the local culture.
Mhm.
And for us, for these farmers, we say like rice is life. They grow this for subsistence living, to feed their family first and foremost. It wasn't even
Mhm.
for economic reason, but rice was something that they grew up with, that their grandparents, their parents grew up with, and is what they eat. So first and foremost, it's for survival, and there's a big component of the cultural fabric in all of this. I started visiting many local cooperatives all in the northeastern region.
Mhm.
Some was like had a Christian ethos, so like no alcohol, no gambling. Like they had this whole structure around the cooperative. So it
Mhm.
wasn't just regenerative farming; it was a way of life. It's a belief system. Definitely, it took me some time to really understand the economics of it. But to
Yeah.
cut a long story short, the organic farmers had a much lower cost and over a period of time had a much higher yield.
Mm.
Not for the first, 2 years probably, because the soil
Mhm.
was still being, um, let's say, recovering. We call
Right.
like salty soil when you put a lot of chemical fertilizer in, and the soil become very hard, which then prevents any living organism from living in the
Yeah.
soil, like
Right.
earthworms and so forth, and all kind of bacteria. So basically, we saw that long term, these organic farmers were enjoying a much better economic output, and we also started to learn a different technology of different type of organic fertilizer that can be used to even enhance that. 10 years ago when I started with a few families, we work with 2,500 farmers family now. That's over
Nice.
12,000 people, and their
Yeah.
income from just 40 cents a day through growing the Jasmine superfood rice, they're earning almost $6 a day, which is
Wow.
14 times higher than, and I know that $6 doesn't sound a lot, maybe to our audience, but it goes a long way if you live in rural Thailand.
It
Um,
does compared to 40 cents. It sounds like a hell of a
yeah,
lot. So, sounds
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. You can send your children to school. You can do
Yeah.
things, send your students to school, have healthcare and all that.